Hey guys, it's Carissa, and welcome back to Paracord Planet. In this video, we're going to go over how to make military shoulder cords. A while ago, a follower reached out to us asking if we knew how to make shoulder cords, and after some research, we found tons of examples, but no tutorials. So, we decided to make our own unofficial version. If you're in the military, you're probably familiar with single braid, one color, service aiglets, or fourragères, which, if you couldn't tell, are French words, so my pronunciations may be off. For those of you who are curious to learn more, let's talk briefly about their history. And for those who want to get straight to the tutorial, check out our chapter thumbnails in the video description. Modern shoulder cords are likely based on the armor plate laces that knights wore around their shoulders and the rope that squires carried for their horses in the 16th and early 17th centuries. Now, they are worn by specific military officers and other distinguished armed forces members all over the world as a mark of honor. Certain colors may signify certain ranks or roles, depending on where you're from. There are also a variety of ways that shoulder cords can be designed. The shoulder cord style that we'll be making today can either be worn with or without an epaulette, or the ornamental strip of fabric found on the shoulder of some dress coats. Standard shoulder cords are 30.5 inches or 77.5 centimeters in length. For every inch of our weave, we'll need about 1 foot or 30.5 centimeters of cord. In this tutorial, we'll use our veteran 550 paracord. But we also have a whole collection of military and veteran-inspired patterns that you can choose from. For this project, you'll need roughly 30 feet or 9 meters. You'll also need a scissors, a lighter, a measuring tool, a type 2 or 3 fid, and an optional safety pin. Now let's start our weave. First, fold your cord in half. Measure out 15.25 inches or 38 centimeters, or half of whatever your desired shoulder cord length is. This is where we will start our weave. To begin, tie an overhand knot by making an X with the running ends and thread one end through the loop. After that, we'll start with a cobra weave. However, we'll only need 1 core strand instead of 2, so turn your project to create a single strand core. For a cobra weave, pass the right running end over the core strand and under the left running end. Then, pass the left running end under the core strand and through the loop made by the right cord. Pull tight. Mirror this knot by starting with the left running end. Continue alternating to make a cobra weave. A little tip that we have picked up on over the years is to always start with the side that has this vertical loop. Once you have a couple of knots completed to hold the weave in place, remember to re-measure your shoulder cord to make sure it will fit. Push up your knots as you go to ensure that the weave is firm. For the sake of time, we're going to speed through the rest of this part, but we'll slow down again when we get to the next steps. Stop when you have about 8 inches or 20 centimeters left of your cord. At this point, we're going to begin a 3-strand braid. Pass the right cord over the core or middle cord. Then, pass the left cord over the middle and repeat. Stop again when you have about 2 inches left of your cord. At this point, you should have about 6 inches of a 3-strand braid. From here, we're going to finish with our cobra weave. Once you get to the end of your core, make sure your knots are tight and that this vertical loop is on the left. Attach your fid to the right running end by trimming your cord at an angle, melting it for a few seconds, and lining it up with your fid and twisting clockwise. Then you can lace down through the starter cobra knot like so. Now, attach your fid to the left running end and pass it up through your starter cobra knot and then down across the core for a seamless look. Both running ends should now be on the bottom of your weave, like so. Here, we can trim about a 1/4 inch or a few centimeters away from the weave. Melt with a lighter for a few seconds and flatten. You can either use a smoothing tool or the bottom of your lighter. To wear it, the 3-strand braid goes under your arm and the cobra weave goes over your shoulder. If your shirt or uniform does not have a little strap or epaulette to hold the cord in place, you can use a safety pin to attach it directly to the shoulder seam of your shirt. To hide the pin, make sure to stick it through the bottom of your cobra weave. We hope you found this helpful. Keep in mind, though, that we're not part of any armed forces, and this is just our interpretation of how shoulder cords can be made. If you have any more information about military shoulder cords, or want to share your story even, feel free to tell us in the comments. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more Paracord content. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.